my God, you guys, have you heard what is going on between Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet? She is determined that she is not having another sweet young Ro episode. Do you know that it is being alleged on the blogs, and especially the Kardashian blogs, that Kylie Jenner authorized a hit piece against Timothee Chalamet's biggest fan group? Now, on the surface, you might be like, Tisa, who cares? What's going on? I'll tell you what is going on. You guys, this actually might be something that causes a huge rift in a relationship. Timothee Chalamet is actually cool with that girl, Club Chalamet. Timothee Chalamet has never said anything. Timothee Chalamet don't even barely want to walk the red carpet with Kylie Jenner. But after Timothee Chalamet didn't show up on Kylie's birthday, but Kylie had to release a bunch of articles about how he sent sweet, thoughtful gestures. Side note, you know what would have been a sweet, thoughtful gesture? You actually getting on a plane and showing up. But it's not my relationship. We can talk about that later. She literally, people are saying that Kylie literally was behind a hit piece to go after Timothee Chalamet's biggest fan support base. Now, here's the thing, which I think that Kylie might have bit off more than she can chew. Who else would do this? The Daily Mail was literally like, oh my God, what did they say? The dark world of Club Chalamet exposed. Actually, let me read y'all the actual headline because it's fun. Here we go. The dark truth about Club Chalamet. She's a 58-year-old Timothee obsessive who hates Kylie Jenner and tracks his every move, and her past is very revealing. There was a whole hit piece and full expose in the Daily Mail getting into this woman's business, who she is, all this stuff. And all I had to say is like, Kylie, are you that? You know how people always say that Kylie is a little bit like, it looks like her life is so great on social media, but in real life she don't got nothing to do. She ain't running those businesses and she is super bored. The way you can tell is because she is in comment sections. She's there. She's reading what everybody says about her. I get it. Nobody wants you to be called Slurpee and saying your boyfriend's your boyfriend's stalker and you're this and you're that, and you know, the whole fan base talking about you. But when you date a heartthrob, that, I'm not saying is right, but that's what comes with it. They are very, very possessive of the people they're with. But for her to authorize a hit piece that she somehow thinks she can pull back and be like, what? I have clean hands. Man, listen, why is this such a big issue? Because Club Chalamet actually rallies the troops. I want to say this. Even though people make fun of stan accounts and people make fun of the biggest fan sites, when you get on those sites' bad side, when you go against the people that rally the troops and do free promotion for your movies, for your projects, and rally the troops, when you get on their bad sides, your next projects start to flop. Look at what Doja Cat, when she cursed out all her fans, and I think some of the biggest Doja Cat fan Instagram fan sites was like, yo, we're done with this, and dropped her. Her next album flopped. It wasn't because she wasn't still talented. It wasn't because the album wasn't good. It wasn't because she wasn't still Doja Cat. It was because the fan accounts in fandom actually serve a purpose. Timothee Chalamet knows that. Timothee Chalamet met with Club Chalamet and was taking pictures with her. He didn't want to get on her bad side, even though he knew that he was calling her, his girlfriend, alleged girlfriend, Slurpee, or whatever it was. He didn't want to get on her bad side. Now, sources are saying, if sources can believe, that Kylie thinks that she's like, what? I have clean hands. Who knew what was going on? But people are saying that if Timothee puts two and two together that everybody else has and comes to the conclusion that Kylie may be behind this hit piece of his biggest fandom, this is going to cause an issue. Let's be real. Timothee Chalamet is super ambitious. Of course he likes Kylie. Kylie is pretty. She's a billionaire. She's fun. She likes to party. Of course any 28-year-old is going to like Kylie Jenner. She got the surgical body whose body is tea, okay? It might be surgical, but who knows? She got it done when she was, I don't know how, in the Tiger years. The whole point of the matter is, of course he likes her. However, I do think, like with all the Kardashians, you're not just drawn into their beauty, you're drawn into their fame, right? Timothee Chalamet is thirsty. He wants to be not a well-respected indie actor. He wants to be a superstar, and he wanted to be out there. If you guys remember, he actually got with Kylie during the SAG. Well, he might have been messing with her before then, I don't know. But they actually went public during the SAG strike because that was a way to promote Wonka. He saw that Kylie would be helpful for launching his career. And he doesn't just want the acclaim, he wants a paparazzi. He wants a #1 film, but he also wants a paparazzi cameras out there, okay? I get it. But more than Kylie, more than that relationship, more than what she brings to the table, he needs and wants his fans, which is why he always played nice. I think this is a big mistake. But maybe one of the reasons why, if you can believe that Kylie authorized the hit piece, nobody knows for sure, right? But this is what the fan accounts are saying, and not just Club Chalamet. This is what they're implying. When you look at it, they have a weird relationship. That's all I'm going to say. It's not my relationship. Kylie always goes through this with guys. I think it's something she learned in Tyga. Like, she basically just lets the guys she's with do whatever they want. And I'm not talking about giving them freedom. I'm talking about the way they can claim her. They can only come home at night. They can do this. They can do that. They can be like, okay, well, we have to be covered up like we're Michael Jackson from 2011 and all this stuff. And Kylie will just roll with the flow. I feel like she got herself in a situation where when Timothee throws her a crumb, she takes it. Now, Kylie's getting something mutually beneficial. She realized she just can't be King Kylie. The Kardashians realize their power is in being in a relationship. Think about what the Kardashians do. They are the ultimate pick-me's, okay? And I say that from a sociology point of view. Get the perfect body. What society deems perfect, what the men deem perfect, even if you have to cut yourself open, right? Make sure you're surgically altered. Make sure your hair is perfection, body's perfection, everything's T, according to what the patriarchal standards are, right? Have that money, have that influence, have that access, have everything that a woman of worth should have. The only double-edged sword is when you do make your money off of being a patriarchy princess, the other half is you have to actually have a man on your arm. Because if you do all this, right? According to the patriarchy and misogyny, the perfect woman is never single. The perfect woman attracts a high value man, if you believe in that. So Kylie actually needs Timothee's relationships because it legitimizes her, and it's gotten her into rooms where people take her seriously now. I know Club Chalamet was calling her Slurpee, but people took her. She became a fashion darling. She's trying to this, that, And she is dating one of the hottest actors right now. And I know Kim is looking like, to be 26. My point of the matter is, Timothee's relationship is benefiting her a lot. That's why she's going after him. And that's why they're together. So how did it serve her? And how much does she have going on in her life? And how happy really is she? And how not true are the rumors of them actually breaking up, or her being his beck and call, or him not taking her that seriously? How true could this be if you are literally authorizing people to go after your #1 fan stan account, and according to these gossip blogs, authorizing hit pieces against the #1 gossip blog? I really don't understand why she is doing this. I will say the internet was actually talking, and they had some things to say, and I want to read them to you because I actually find them pretty funny. Y'all, listen, Twitter was having a ball with this as to everything it means. Hold on. One person said, reacting to the article, said, "This is a desperate hit piece from Chris and Kylie. They're mad because Timothee still won't denounce Miss Club Chalamet," right? They said this is nasty work. Another person said, "Kris Jenner didn't want to have to do this, but she simply had no choice as Club Chalamet was interfering with her branding plans for Kylie." And they said not a whole ass hit piece right before her Italian vacation. That was Miss Club Chalamet actually took an Italian situation. Another person said Kylie knew she couldn't afford another Young Sweet Rose situation, so she had to order a hit piece on Auntie. Listen, this is sad, but it's also very telling. But the real question is, why didn't Timothee spend Kylie's birthday with her? What actually is going on? All I know is the lady douse protests too much. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think of this. I'll talk to y'all later.